Good morning, everyone. I'm Councilwoman Monica Rodriguez. This is a glorious day. We are so excited to be joined by so many wonderful people. But before we commence, we have an important ceremony to be performed by Rudy Ortega, Mark Villaseñor, Tomier Ortega, and Noli Ortega, which is they're with the Fernandeño Tatavian Band of Mission Indians to sing a welcome song. Would you please come out? How are you? Good to see you. Hey guys, how are you? Hey, how are you? Good to see you.
Sing a song called Pacoima, insert and sub. And also have my cousin Elder Dennis Garcia with us. Just started. Hurry over here. Yeah.
Thank you so much. We're so grateful for you to perform that blessing ceremony this morning on what is really a very special day and an unprecedented time for those of us that live here in the Northeast San Fernando Valley. Welcome to the official unveiling of Rushing Waters, the largest above ground mural in the San Fernando Valley, spanning 10,000 square feet. This is an unprecedented project, one that was made possible by the very thoughtful collaboration of both government, locally, and of course, very talented local artists, everyone coming together to help deliver a project that I know, we all know, that our community is so deserving of. And we cut through a great amount of red tape to get us to where we are today, and I'm very excited that you've all joined us. Because again, what this commemorates for this particular location here on San Fernando Road, when you have this property which encroaches Metrolink right-of-way, required a great deal of cooperation working with Metrolink in order to allow us the access to the private property that is the wall that that the artists have painted on. But this rendering is really transformative for an area, and in particular for this location, which had been heavily graffitied for many, many years. And it's just absolutely transformed this space. And I got to tell you, I mean, for the last 2.5 weeks as this project had commenced and was going up, I couldn't stop driving past it. I couldn't stop driving past it, seeing the pictures that while I was at work and the artists were making progress, just smiling and sharing it with everybody. Because now we get to tell the story of who we are in the Northeast San Fernando Valley, and it isn't going to be told merely by those that take advantage of the walls in free space. And yet here we are deliberately sharing a message of who we are, that we are proud of our native heritage, that we are proud of the Metrolink. Let the train go by. But proud of some of the monuments that are captured here in this beautiful imagery that would not have taken place if not for the incredible partnership of a very talented local artist, a homegrown local artist in Levi Ponce. And I want to thank Levi for all of his work and helping to assemble the talent that has joined us all here today. It was on November 4th, Levi and a team of talented artists, including Erica Friend, Christian Cardenas, Gore, Hector Tetris Arias, Jose Javier, Juan Pablo, Lisa Lee, Mike Rivera, And Red Ortiz set out to beautifully execute the image that is behind me. And again, the image captures what we best know about our communities here in the Northeast San Fernando Valley. We are a community that is intersected by a number of freeways. An area that is intersected by a number of waterways. Namely, we are the gateway to the city's water supply from the Cascades and through all of our collective tributaries. But with the imagery of Hanson Dam and the golf course and just all of the iconic images that are captured here in this mural, it gives us a different perspective of how beautiful our community is, how we are here to celebrate that. But again, it was one that we were able to celebrate together because of this incredible collaboration. And in the past, when many had attempted to even consider to do a project of this scale, they quit before they even tried because it was complicated. Because the money in order to make it all happen was in upwards of $100,000. Because the permissions that were required, including the encroachment of the Metrolink right-of-way for an extended period of time, was complicated. But again, we set out to try and succeed. And it was that tenacious effort collectively that we led. And I want to thank my team who helped to follow my lead in making sure that when we got a no, we pushed past the no. When they told us that it was impossible, we showed them what was possible. So I want to thank them for their incredible stewardship for helping to bring us to where we are today. This project was delivered in less than 6 months' time. And when you consider all of the different approvals and safety trainings that we had to secure, it was no easy task. And I also want to take a minute to thank some of our other city family members who are here, who helped to accelerate our funding. Jackie Wagner from our City Administrative Officer's Office, thank you so much for helping to facilitate an expedited transaction to get us the money. And also Paul Roch from our City Office of Community Beautification. Thank you, Paul. And at this time, I want to invite my very dear friend, someone who is no stranger to what good art is, and that is our General Manager of Cultural Affairs, Danielle Brazel.
Thank you, Councilwoman. Thank you, Councilwoman. And let me just say, she's absolutely right. Projects like this can be years in the making. You did this in 6 months' time? What? Yeah, she knows how to cut through the red tape of City Hall, so I commend you on that. You know, the depth and breadth of any society is truly rooted in its cultural identity and its artistic expression. And let's be really, really clear. Los Angeles and every one of our diverse communities shows no lack of creativity. As a matter of fact, Pacoima, in its gorgeous beauty, is full of cultural life. But what it has been missing and what it can sometimes lack is these really important markers, these moments and these tributes of history, of place, of people, and of experience. And this is precisely what Mr. Levi Ponce's mural, Rushing Waters, does. You know, with the Department of Cultural Affairs, we look at things in terms of criteria. And what does it make to have something that's of artistic excellence? It is with somebody who has great technical ability, with great skill, with great intent, that understands both the technical aspects as well as palette, as well as form, as well as spirit. And all of that comes into play when we think about excellence. And I have to say, coming off the 118 freeway here, man, and seeing this site, because I've seen this site before, this is transformational. And for every community member that walks, bikes, skates, drives, or by rail, sees this, this tells a different story of Pacoima and of this community. And let's also make no mistake about it, we stand on the ground of Tongva land. So the marker to the indigenous communities must always be the remembrance that we are here as guests, and it is for us to make sure we take care of it. So thank you so much. Thank you for the team for making this happen, the city family, and to you and your extraordinary leadership, and to all the artists that participated in this. You have done something extraordinary for your community.
Thank you, Danielle. And as I mentioned, we worked in very close cooperation with Metrolink because we did have to work along their right of way. In fact, the artists will tell you it's pretty intimidating to be in that space, and for as many times, and I participated in the safety training myself, because for as many times, even though you were in full clearance of the railway, it's pretty intimidating to be painting so close to a high-speed train. And so I want to thank Metrolink for their work and their support and cooperation to allow us to get this project off the ground. And with us today is the Chief of Staff for Metrolink, former colleague of mine, Noelia Rodriguez.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Councilwoman. It's really an honor to be here today and to be with you. And I got to say, I heard about this project recently and the work that Metrolink did to be a partner with the Councilwoman and all of the artists to make sure that they had safe access in a timely fashion to produce this beautiful artwork. It's been 40 years since something like this has even come to Los Angeles. And thanks to the leadership of the Councilwoman and the artistic tenacity of Levi Ponce, they got this done in 1 month. I don't know about you, but I can't even decide what I'm going to get for Christmas in 1 month. So that was a pretty big undertaking. And we did it together. And I guess you could say that if you want something done, you have to call it Rodriguez, right?
That's
right? So a little bit about Metrolink. First of all, we would not let anybody play by the tracks unless they had the access of the safety training and knowing how to be a part of the environment around tracks in a safe manner. So don't do this at home. You need to just respect what's already happened here. Appreciate the artwork that's up now. And earlier you saw the Metrolink train go by, and I have to say, I think I saw some heads go like this. And after this afternoon, when they go home, they're going to go like this, and they're going to see the artwork again and again and again. And the point is that this artwork not only tells us about our sacred heritage in the city of Los Angeles, but it really endures in all of us the hopes and the dreams that art can bring to all of us as neighborhood members, as the greater community members, and it links all of us together. And Metrolink is proud to be a part of that. So congratulations again, Councilwoman, on your leadership. We're really proud to be your partner in this historic event. And for 100 years to come, this mural is going to be seen by Angelinos and visitors from all across Southern California. And the respect and the admiration that they will feel should make all of our hearts feel warm. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Good to see you. Thank you, Noelia. And you know, there was really only one person that could help assemble the team that could produce such magnificent art, assemble the talent that would join these efforts. I'm like so proud of you guys, and do it in record time. The amount of work that goes into painting a mural of this scale, I can't even imagine, because let's be honest, I do stick figures, and that might take me a while. But his talent knows no boundaries. It's reflected all along Pacoima in Mural Mile, but there was really no one more capable of producing this scale of art and assembling the right team. But more importantly, with every day that it takes, it gets exponentially more expensive because of the Metrolink access that is required to pay for it. And so I am proud of my very good friend and talented artist, Levi Ponce, for his work, and would like to invite him up for remarks.
Wow, thank you so much for coming out, everybody. There's so many of you out here. It's a beautiful reflection of our community and the interest that people have in this project. I want to say, first of all, thank you, Pacoima. Pacoima wanted this, Pacoima made it happen, and Pacoima will enjoy it. We can't wait for visitors to come down, see it, and feel the pride that we have, and have such a beautiful representation of our community here at the San Fernando Road exit at the 118. It's been a true pleasure to work with all the artists behind me. They are really the ones we should be thanking today, taking time off work, volunteering their hours, their times, double shifts for the past 3 weeks. Thank you all so much. It's been an amazing experience to work with all of you, and I hope that this mural is a catalyst for change, not just in the arts, but for everything else around in our area and the forever growing, expanding, and forward-moving Pacoima. Thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you, Levi. And I also wanted to thank Jacques, too, for his contributions. He's with Disney Imagineering. He supported Levi when they were developing the concept, again, to help create an image that would be really more expedited in its application, so that it had a large impact, but we were able to implement in very quick time. And I know quick time sounds crazy because it's 12 days in total, but these folks did it in 12 days when we expected it to be done in 15 days. So thank you guys. The City of Los Angeles thanks you for helping to get this up even sooner. So thank you very much for your talent in this project. And someone you met earlier, I'd like to invite Rudy Ortega, the Chief and Tribal President of the Fernandeño Tavatiam Band of Mission Indians. Would you please come up? Thanks for coming.
Aminata kataktam Akima Pacoima tam mito to Pacoivet. Hello everyone. What I've said is that welcome to Pacoima. It's a beautiful place and we're very proud of it. Also, I'd like to make acknowledgement of the woman who's in the center, who we call Pacoima, Pacoimavet, a person of Pacoima. And it's really, again, honorable to have Councilwoman Monica Rodriguez to initiate this, Levi Ponce and everyone else who came out and painted this, because the importance of our community, but also the central of Native people, are people that's still here. My great-grandfather Antonio Maria Ortega was from Fernandeño from San Fernando Mission, and we're still walking, we're still part of it. Many of our residents are still from Pacoima. My father was raised in Pacoima and born, as well as many other tribal relatives. So to have this painting, this mural, that centralizes around Native people and also the encompasses of the entire San Fernando Valley, shows that we have a rich culture and diverse culture, and we're all proud of it, and all the hands that were able to paint it. I thank you all artists who went out there and contribute, and I thank you for this acknowledgement of our people as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Rudy. And with that, again, I just want to thank everybody for being out here today to celebrate this very special occasion. Again, it took a lot to get us to where we are today, but I'm most proud as someone who's grown up here in the Northeast San Fernando Valley, just about 1.5 miles west of here, that here we are now telling a very different story and showing the world exactly who we are. And we're doing it through the collection of talents that are grown and raised in these neighborhoods. And so it gives me such tremendous pride that our community is going to enjoy this beautiful space. Again, I want to thank the property owner who allowed this project to move forward, all of the different parties that were involved, our family from the extended city family that was involved, and of course my team, of which none of this would have happened. I mean, even when we hit all the roadblocks, we just kept blazing through them, because that's just what we do in the Northeast San Fernando Valley. So with that, I'm happy to take any questions, and if not, we can go ahead and take some photos. Yes. Yes, so go through the artist names again. So the artists we have, so Erica Friend, Cristian Cardenas, Gore, Hector Tetris Arias, Jose Javier, Juan Pablo, Lisa Lee, Mike Rivera, and Red Ortiz, and of course Levi Ponce.